Can you guys see my screen?
We sure can.
Perfect. Okay, so let's dive in. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being with us today during the lunch hour. My name is Caitlin Cavanaugh, and I am the Brand Marketing Manager at Spredfast. I'm here today to share a bit more about our company and really give more insight into a particular job opening that we have here that's near and dear to my heart since I had filled it for the past year and a half. It's actually the brand marketing specialist position. So unfortunately, I don't represent HR. I'm the brand marketing manager, so I won't be able to give insight into our other openings, and I can assure you, you wouldn't find my insights valuable around our product and engineering openings. So, but what I can promise is an insider scoop around this position in particular. So let's dive into Spredfast and a bit more about us. So we have about 500 employees located worldwide. We are headquartered in Austin, Texas, but also have offices in Madison, Wisconsin, New York, London, and Sydney. And the reason that we wake up every day and kind of the mission statement that guides us day in and day out is we connect every business in the world to the people that they care about most. So Spredfast is a social media technology company. And what we do is we help enterprise companies maximize their social media operations. So that means proving the value to their business on why marketing is important, why social media is important, and we really help maximize those one-to-one engagements with customers. Speaking of customers, we have over 650 of them, and I'm about to show kind of a NASCAR slide of some of the customers that we work really closely with. You can see here in the bottom right-hand corner that we also partner with the world's largest social networks that we all love, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. So this means that we recognize each other as partners and have agreed to work together to innovate in this space. Okay, so again, here's that NASCAR slide of some of the companies that we work with. You can see that there's varied verticals and industries, anywhere from travel and hospitality to sports organizations to media companies to agencies, etc. And we pride ourselves on having a really adaptable software solution that helps cater to each of these representative industries' goals and social media objectives. So I also wanted to give some insight into our culture here and some of the values that we live out every day. First of all, Spredfast is a great place to work, and we've been recognized in various HR awards as such. We are driven and try to be successful day in and day out, and we're ambitious, but we also make a point to have fun, and that's what I love most about these wonderful, smart, fun people here. You can see here that there are 5 values listed on the right side of the screen. These are our core values, the first being awesomeness. So we're excited about what we do and how we work, and we innovate not only to bring great ideas to fruition, but we innovate to make a difference both in this space and in the world. So we're driven by doing awesome things always. Teams work, so we are one team, but we're also many teams. We're always at the ready to hold each other up and help each other out because in the end, we're all working toward the same common goal. Agility, so this means that we move quickly and our industry moves quickly in particular. It's ever adapting and ever changing, so we know that we must be adapted to this same change and iteration. We also pride ourselves on being as responsive as possible while also being as thoughtful as possible. Transparency, this means being transparent and honest. We are always honest because we believe that this openness breeds trust, both with each other and with our customers. Responsibility, this is freedom coupled with responsibility. So we know that each person reaches the finish line in different ways, and we're not watching the clock, we're not micromanaging, but we know that we've hired great people and we trust them to do what they say. So these are our core values and kind of what is in our DNA at Spredfast. I also wanted to give a glimpse of how the marketing department is made up. So we have about 25 members in the marketing department. And we really pride ourselves on making this investment in our department because we believe that these diverse perspectives that are really specialized in these areas allow for a really well-rounded department. So if you look at us, we have 6 different areas that we're focused on. the first being product marketing. So this team is responsible for positioning and messaging our products and solutions to the market. So when we have a new product or a new feature that comes out, this team is responsible for taking it to the market. The brand team, which is the team that I'm on, and the team that the brand marketing specialist will be a part of, is responsible for driving awareness and preference for Spredfast by building a remarkable brand. So we develop content, customer relationships, and branded events that position Spredfast as the smartest company in social. Our creative team or design team, however you'd like to frame it, has created and crafted the Spredfast visual identity, and they're responsible for bringing it to life at every brand touch point. So everything that you see that Spredfast, this team creates, and it's always going to be a consistent look and feel and be very representative of us. Our events team activates exceptional brand experiences in key markets like New York, London, and Austin. So they create amazing experiences that create brand recognition, that build pipeline, and really help position us as thought leaders. Our research and insights team transforms these big data-heavy numbers into industry-leading insights. So they look at what these numbers actually mean and how you can help kind of digest that into content that will inform the industry. And our revenue and digital teams, so they're responsible for keeping and growing existing customer accounts and nurturing new business, and then B, promoting our brand on digital and social channels. So that's a glimpse at kind of the marketing umbrella and how we work together and collaborate as a department. Now let's dive into the job specifically, so the brand marketing specialist role. So there's going to be two primary functions of this role. The first being managing what we call the Spredfast Ambassador Program. So this is our brand advocacy program, and the mission of this is to really infuse the customer voice into everything that we do. The program's made up of 175 to 200 of our best and brightest, most participative customers that have agreed to advocate on behalf of us and our brand. So when we see a happy customer, we recruit them into this program to grow closer with them and partner with them on opportunities like case studies, like blog posts, like press features, speaking engagements, etc. So this is a very symbiotic relationship that we try to form between us and our ambassadors. It's a brand boosting platform for them, so they're able to, through these opportunities, through going on stage and speaking, through having a case study written about them, they're able to build their personal brand and then have more visibility in the industry. And in turn, Spredfast is positively impacted because we're able to drive revenue from these activities. So more of our prospects and existing customers are able to have exposure to these pieces of content or activities created from our ambassadors, which drives dollars to our business. So through the brand marketing specialist role, what we would be looking for this person to do is A, recruit top-tier customers into this program, B, to help manage and engage these ambassadors throughout their life cycle. So this means getting them involved in case studies and blog posts, etc. We'd also look for them to build a community of ambassadors. So how do we get these ambassadors to talk to each other and to keep Spredfast fresh in their minds and kind of a part of that dialogue? And then we'd also look for this person to conduct any type of follow-up communications or thank you gifts to kind of keep these relationships strong and thriving. So that's a bit about the primary function, which is around brand advocacy and managing this really amazing ambassador program. Secondly, we look for this person to be a customer story engine. So customer stories are exactly what they sound like. These are actually demonstrations of success that our customers have seen as a result of our partnership. So these usually take the form of one of these four pieces. It's either a case study, a blog post, a press feature, or a video testimonial. So case studies are very metrics heavy and metric driven. So we're going to look to feature numbers that these customers have seen. So we saw this many dollars saved as a result of working with Spredfast, and it takes a very particular format of objectives, strategy, and results. So what was this customer looking to do on social? How did Spredfast partner with them to help solve for it? And then what success did they see as a result of our partnership? Blog posts will be more kind of narrative and anecdotal in format. So you see here's here's a title, How an Emmy Award-Winning Writer Built a Show Using Spredfast. So this is the feature of one of our ambassadors, Fred Graver, who formerly worked at Twitter. What we did within this blog post is feature how Fred used social insights that were gleaned from our platform to help inform a TV show that he created, which then gone on to win an Emmy. So he was looking at what his audience was saying and what they wanted to see on TV, and then formed a TV show around it. So that's an example of a blog post with one of our ambassadors. A press feature, so we have a PR manager in-house who is always looking for ways to pitch our customer success to top-tier publications. So you can see here, this is a Digiday piece written on our customer Royal Caribbean on how their social care strategy, by partnering with us, they were able to get their initial response time down to 11 minutes. Another video testimonial, so that's pretty self-explanatory. We're always looking for ways to get our customers on camera to speak directly from the source on how they've kind of seen our joint impact. So again, two primary focus areas of this role, managing the ambassador program and then being a customer story engine. So what does it take in order to really be successful at both of those things? Writing, so as direct and effective as possible is preferable, but as I stipulated in the customer story section, we're looking for this person to write case studies, blog posts, email campaigns, white papers, and business proposals. So business writing and any type of even narrative and descriptive writing is going to be really crucial here. Communication skills, so the ability to be clear and concise in your communications. There's going to be many instances when there are one-to-one interactions that take place either between a customer or between Spredfasters internally. Being able to have executive presence is important as well, so there will be many instances when this person is presenting a strategy to executives, so being able to kind of forego that intimidation and be kind of a strong presence is important. And again, cross-functional collaboration, this person will work very closely with our sales team, with our product team, and other teams across the board, so being able to take into account those diverse perspectives and their goals and kind of merging the two is really important. And again, many presentations will be a part of this role as well, whether it is presenting a new strategy to sales or heading to one of our customers' offices to see how we can work more closely together. And then lastly, this could sound fairly commonsensical, but it's very important, project management. There are very many moving pieces at Spredfast. It's a fast-paced environment, and always being able to be on top of the priorities and staying really true to what's important to the business is very important in a time-sensitive manner. So lastly, I just wanted to open up the floor to any questions you all might have. Like I said, I sat in this position's shoes for about a year and a half, so I'm very familiar with the ins and outs, and I'm totally up for having my brain picked. So please feel free.
Well, thank you, Caitlin.
Sure.
I think I am echoing just a little bit. So my first question is, when you get to work every day, does every day look very similar, or is it perhaps very different? And if, regardless, how does maybe that average day break down in terms of like specific tasks?
I was actually going to include a slide on that. That is very timely. So it's all dependent, I think, on the season, right? So sometimes we have high priority events that we're working on where we'll just be heads down focused on content programming and preparing our ambassadors to speak at these events. But typically when I get into work, I obviously try to establish 3 priorities. So the first being, how do we engage our ambassadors today? So looking at some sort of writing up social posts for we have an ambassador-only community in Jive, and making sure that those posts go out every day, checking in on our customer story progress. So there's always a customer story in flight, whether it's just in its infancy, whether it's in the middle stages of being written, or whether it's being thought through to the end. There are also many sales references that come in at any given moment, and that's a bit difficult to foresee, right? It's very needs-based, so we're very reactive to what if a sales needs a customer to speak to the prospect, then we're going to be reactive to that. So it's from a strategic point of view, we have a strategy that we use as a guiding light. But again, there's always going to be reactive things that come up, such as sales references and things of that matter. But when I come into work every day, I focus on engaging our ambassadors, so assembling communications to keep them engaged, and then check in on customer stories, and then check in on our events and our speaker preparation, and then kind of field from there.
You had mentioned in this position that events is a part of it. So could you give an example of either an event that a brand marketing specialist would participate in and or create?
Sure. So my role has actually evolved, and I'm going to be hyper-focused in on just the event portion specifically. So the brand marketing specialist will be more involved with placing customers into speaking opportunities, like some of the regional events that we host, whereas my role will be more exclusively focused on actually our branded events. So there won't be as much event involvement for the brand marketing specialist as there was. So really just the primary focus areas being the customer story creation and the management of the ambassador program itself.
And so is there just one brand marketing specialist, or are there a group of individuals with similar positions?
There's just one, actually. So me and this person will be working very closely. I'll kind of provide some strategy and oversight to the ambassador program, and also strategic guidance around the customer stories that we'll be investing in that are kind of laddered up to our top tier customer focus. So at this point, it will just be me and the brand marketing specialist reporting up to the director of brand marketing.
So if someone is looking to apply for this position, I'm assuming writing samples of some sort might be helpful.
Hugely helpful.
So what kinds of things might somebody graduating from college, what evidence could they show that they are ready to take on this role?
Sure. So looking for any type of blog post writing. Press releases are helpful too, kind of shows more of a long form writing. And I'm also interested in any type of email campaign development. So really those three pieces would be very instrumental to inform what type of writing this person would do. And if they have had customer story or experience writing customer stories in the past, that would be very preferable.
Okay. And from your own experience, what past experiences, whether internships or jobs or volunteer experiences, what things were you able to draw upon that you found really almost essential to succeed?
Sure. So I was a communications coordinator before my time at Spredfast for a specialty consumer finance company, so a very highly regulated industry. And I really honed in on the internal and external communication strategy that I would have built at this company, and showcased, communication plans and examples of the internal communication and external communication. And I think presence is very important as well. So I highlighted a lot of the speaking experience that I would have had and public speaking awards that would have been granted to me. So I think presence and then writing are hugely important. And if I'm looking at past experience as a hiring manager, I'm looking at content creation, but I'm also looking at ways where the speaking could have been demonstrated in some form or fashion. And any type of advocacy experience is important as well. So any instances where a person would have been able to activate a group and keep them involved and engaged and have kind of a solid output associated with it. So track record of success is hugely informative as well.
What does the onboarding process look like? Would someone need to feel like they're about 95% knowledgeable in all aspects of the position, or will there be some help along the way?
Definitely going to be some help along the way. I think what was really great about Spredfast for me when onboarding is that there is such a comprehensive kind of program right when you hit the ground, where you're able to learn first and foremost about the company and what we do and our products and services. There's actually a certification program that's available where you can get certified just as our customers would. So you're able to really be familiar with what it is that we are doing day in and day out. And then from a marketing onboarding standpoint, we pride ourselves on kind of having a 90-day plan, or tasking each of our hires to have a 90-day plan assembled, and we give kind of a structured onboarding packet to this person upon starting with Spredfast, which details our different goals at 30 days, at 60 days, and at 90 days. So it's very structured, and I felt very comfortable coming in at Spredfast with this kind of structured format, but also felt freedom to express myself, and I didn't feel like goals were just kind of demanded of me. And like we said, there's a finish line and everyone gets there in their own way. So it's very structured and easy to catch on to, and there's just an amazing wealth of experience that you'll be surrounded with as a brand marketing specialist between these 25 marketing members.
And obviously there are a lot of technology companies in Austin. How do you think Spredfast stands out among those technology companies?
The people, undoubtedly the people, and we've heard time and time again that that's our differentiator from customers. People just feel like we are a partner to them. We don't leave them after onboarding or training. It's just there's a constant relationship that's there and kind of established from the start. So it's not cold whatsoever, and we're not just software. There's people and humans, and very bright humans behind the scenes that help kind of drive our mission and do what we do day in and day out.
I think those are all the questions that we have. Thank you very much for joining us. Is there anything else you'd like to leave us with before we close out the session?
Just that our position is still available on the careers page of our website. The job posting is still active, so please, if you're inspired by what you've just heard, I do encourage you to apply.
Okay. Well, I think this is a great position. I know a lot of our students and a couple of different disciplines across the campus that have not only experience, but also some of their courses really do prepare them for this kind of content creation. So I hope a lot of people that are watching right now will take a serious look at this, and of course can visit our office for assistance with their application materials. So Caitlin, thank you again very much for joining us, and we'll have our next session start in the next 30 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Andrew.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.